Okay, so we're now working on a practice that has to do with our brow chakra, or what we call our third eye chakra. And I'm going to include in this one also our crown chakra, which is our chakra that is located, it's more outside of our body, so it's not actually inside the body. We sometimes talk about that as being our aura. But both of those chakras relate to each other so much that we just really, sort of put them together, or I'm going to put them together for this particular practice, because our crown chakra is more about the energy that we're emanating and also receiving from. We receive energy from outside of our body. We receive energy from our divine source, so to speak. So we want to make sure that what we're bringing in, and I kind of call it like downloading. What are we downloading from the universe that we're bringing in? And we bring that in and we start to see that through not our physical eyes, but our third eye, so our perception. And everyone has a different perception, and there's an explanation of the chakras also on another video, so if you want to know a little bit more about that. So today is just more about like sort of exercising that, like exercising this part of our brain, our perception part of our brain, and using our physical eyes to do that as well. So our third eye is the color of indigo blue, and indigo blue, very deep, dark blue color. And our crown chakra is often associated with the color of violet, sometimes white, and it just depends on the purity. So white is considered the color of purity. So we want to close your eyes for a moment here, and we're going to just do a little bit of a breathing exercise called a fire breath. Well, with fire breath, and that's just to get our prana flowing, and with that fire breath, we want to just breathe. It's like where our inhales sort of automatically come, and our exhales are pushed out like, and we're using our diaphragm to push it out. So it's like your belly button is going back and up as we breathe. So you sometimes can put your hand on your belly and you can see that moving. I can move that muscle back and forth without having to do, I can even talk while I'm using that muscle. So that's the muscle that I'm going to use to sort of push the air back out. So you can do it slow, it would be like, or you can do it very fast, like, and it takes practice. So we're just going to do like a minute of that, and a minute is a really long time when we're doing fire breaths, believe me. So we won't want to do it much longer than that, and in like a practice. So that's something that you can practice, and that we want to get our life force flowing, right? So inhale a breath, exhale all of that breath out, and begin. And inhale all the way to the belly. And a nice long exhale. through your nostril. Close your eyes. Now, if you didn't make it through that entire minute, that's okay too, right? We allow ourselves to do what we can, and the more that you practice those breathing exercises, the more you'll be able to do them, the longer your endurance increases. Good. And we'll take a deep breath in here and just clearing our throat chakra. Great. So also, what we receive from our more ethereal space, that information that we, like our physical eyes actually do that too. We see something and it's like upside down, and then it turns it around, and then it's what we see. And we all see colors differently. We all perceive things differently. We could, so that's what happens also with our third eye. And we ask always that we see things clearly, and that we're able to speak our truth. So these three chakras, definitely work together a lot. Our throat and our heart, can we speak our truth, and from our heart with compassion, and then all of our lower chakras, which are more associated with our physical world, can be, if they're off balance, then the way that we see things might be off balance as well. So having all of that working together, and I always say clicking on all cylinders, right? It's like those wheels, because chakra just means wheel. And so we want to inhale a big breath, close your eyes, and exhale here. Then we're going to actually do some physical eye exercises. So our physical eye exercises are going to be like if we had a clock in front of us, and we're looking at this clock, the face of the clock, and I'll just call out the numbers, right, of where you're going to look. And this one we keep our eyes open for. We actually keep the eyes open, and we want to do it all the way through this exercise, and it takes a few moments to do. So you want to get comfortable. So if you need to be sitting on something, I had my bolster, and I feel more comfortable sitting on the ground or having a blanket underneath me. If you needed to stretch your legs out instead, something like that, you could do that. I have a warm-up video, and I talk about that in all of them. If you want to go back and do the warm-up and then come to this part of the practice, that would also be something to do. This one you could probably do standalone if you wanted to do this one standalone. That would be fine. Just sort of tuning in to our more spiritual side. So we want to keep the eyes open, and you're looking straight ahead, and inhale a breath, and exhale, let all that breath out, and then just normal breathing here. You're going to look up at 12, and then down to 6, and then 7, and then 1, and then 9, and 3, and then close your eyes. Inhale and exhale. And then look up at 12, open your eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then close your eyes. Relax, inhale. And exhale. And looking up at 12. And 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and up to 12. And then close your eyes. And then inhale, look up at 12. And down at 6. 3. And 9. 12. 9. 3. 6. And close your eyes. And with your eyes closed, gaze at that spot between your eyebrows and gaze upward. Just be here for a moment. Normal breaths in and out. And then release it. And we'll come around to your belly. So we're coming all the way around so that you can lie on your belly. Hands are going to be at your side. And we'll bring our forehead to the ground. Tops of your feet are down. Pull the elbows close to your body. And I say, you put your hands at nipple line. And you want to make sure that the elbows are bent here. And we'll take a deep breath in. Lift your head. Lift your heart. And lift into cobra position. Elbows bent. On the exhale, rolling back down. Forehead touches. Third eye. Inhale and lift. Exhale and touch. Inhale and lift. Exhale and touch. Inhale and push into your hands and come all the way into child position. If you can bring your hands to your side, do that. And what feels good there. And then coming to your hands and knees here, bring the palms of your hands or lace your fingers together. It looks like this. And so your palms of your hands are open. And we want to bring them to the ground. Elbows are underneath your shoulders. And we'll put the top of our head down into that spot. And then the back of our head up against the hand. So curl the toes here, lifting the knees up. Our crown chakra here, grounding. Inhale, exhale. Bringing it back down, going into child position. And then gently lift it up, and we'll come back around so that we're in a seated position here. Stretch your legs out so that toes are pointed towards the sky. Hands resting at your side, fingers pointing towards your feet, sitting tall. Reach through the crown of your head. Reach up, reach all the way down into your seat. The entire spine lifted and open. Breathe in. Now, inhale, and on the exhale, chin coming in towards the chest, and we'll start to come forward a tiny bit here, just coming gently forward, bringing the head. So if your head just hangs, your hands are resting. I'm going to leave them there and just let them rest. So it doesn't matter how far you're going, toes are pointed towards the sky. Lifting the head and the heart, and we'll bring it all the way up. So press your hips forward so you have space on the mat, and we'll bring the bottoms of our feet together here. Knees are out, arms at your side, and we'll bring our arms away from our body a little bit. Turn your palms up. Ground the back of your head, opening all the space. Inhale the knees to the sky. On the exhale, bring your knees into your chest, reach up and hold on to them, and lift your head and chest in. Give that a nice big squeeze here. Reaching your feet to the sky. I'm going to push the heels upward. Inhale and exhale. And we want to stay in this position. Now, this would be a good time if you know how to do a shoulder stand. This would be a good time to go into a shoulder stand. One of the best ways to do a shoulder stand, I'm going to show you, is that if you used a blanket. So if you use a blanket, you want to bring it underneath your shoulders here, so the soft edge of it is there. Our head will be here. And we come onto this blanket laying down. So if we took our hands and brought our shoulders up to the edge of that, we're able to touch the blanket at the edge of our shoulders. Arms at your side. We'll bring our knees into the chest, up to the sky. And you kind of know about, like, if you have to really swing yourself up, you might want to wait until you're able to lift yourself more, and then you would lift into that pose. Now you can get your elbows in a little bit, lifting up, pointing your toes to the sky. And we'll just breathe in and out here. Inhale, exhale. Just keeping your feet in the air, or even putting your feet and legs up against a wall would also be good. So when you're in this position, making sure you're not turning your head from side to side, you're looking straight up to your toes. And bringing the knees in towards the chest and rolling down. Take a deep breath in and out. and then rolling to the side, and we'll come back up to sit for a moment and take a couple breaths in and out here. Inhale and exhale. Close your eyes. Beautiful. Now take a big deep breath in and a long breath out. So I do suggest that you go back and look at the videos previous, so that you're kind of working through them all. You could do all of them in one day if you chose to do that, or work on a different one. But going back and looking to I have a review of what all the chakras are about, and then each one of them, and there's a short 20 to 30 minute on each one of the chakras, so that you're able to kind of work with that. And so it's nice to do the warm up and then go and do a different video, and you might do that each day, and would be a good practice. You know, you can do them kind of standalone, but most of them are, have to do with getting that sort of warm up first. So if you get all the warm up, because that warm up is about sort of activating the chakras. So the warm up goes with each one of these chakra practices in the series. So this does end the series, and I hope that you have enjoyed it, and I hope that you'll come back and visit and do them often through this time we're having in our world right now. And I think it's very helpful, and even to do short pieces of it, or sort of piecing things together the way that you like to do it, doing your own warm-up. Once you got used to doing that, that's a good thing to do. And also make sure that you subscribe to my channel, and on the subscribe there's like this little bell there somewhere, and I think it's down on the bar there. And if you do that, then when I put up new videos, you'll be able to see them. So there is more and more to come, more just regular yoga practices that aren't related to the chakra series. I also have a chair class up, so that if you wanted to do the chair class, and that's always a nice warm up as well, just getting your body warmed up and ready to go to do other things. So thank you so much for joining me through the series, and I hope we'll be together again soon. Namaste.